Welcome to a new season of Orrville Works. I'm Lori Reinbolt, President of the Orrville Area Chamber of Commerce. I'll be your host this season. We will be introducing people that help to make Orrville work. From councilmen to educators to civic leaders and industry leaders. So these are the people that make our community work. Welcome to another episode of Orrville Works. Today it's my pleasure to introduce you to Melissa Siburt, who is the branch manager at Farmers National Bank in downtown Orrville. Welcome, Melissa.
Thanks, Lori.
So I'm glad to have you with us today.
Glad to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about Farmers National Bank and your role there.
Yes.
As a branch manager.
Yes, I am the office manager there, and daily responsibilities, running the branch, opening new accounts, loans, and just sometimes being a teller as well. And we just pretty much work really well together. It's a long-term team that's been there, so it's a great place to be.
So let's go back a little bit and talk about your path and how you came to be working at the bank. You're not originally from Wayne County.
Correct.
So where is it that is home for you?
Well, I moved around a lot, but my last place before I came to Orrville was Wadsworth,
Okay.
and I worked at a bigger bank there, and we had purchased a home in Orrville, and I was wanting to get away from that big bank feeling. I had been doing that for 20 plus years at that point, and wanted to get back to that community feeling of, what I like to do, which is how I started, helping my customers and doing what's best for them. And found Farmers, at the time was First National.
Sure.
And have been there 6 years now.
So what is it that makes the community bank different and special in your mind?
It is definitely more personal. My tellers pretty much know the whole life history of most of the customers that walk in the door, whose kids and who married who and all of that. I like that feeling. They do give us a little bit more flexibility with decision making locally. We don't have to wait for whatever state the headquarters is in to tell you if you can do something.
Sure.
So that's nice to be able to give someone a quicker answer, and usually you can talk directly to the higher ups, which you would never have at the big banks, to explain to them why you're wanting that particular decision to be made, and they can actually take that into consideration. So
Excellent.
It's
So
nice.
so with First National becoming Farmers has opened up some new avenues for you and products that you're able to offer.
Yes.
So
Now we are pretty much can be considered comparable to a big bank. We can offer full service wealth department, trust department, along with the normal that we did before, the loans and the new accounts. There's just a lot more we can do for our clients now and still remain that community feel. So it's nice, you kind of get the best of both worlds there.
So you work at a community bank, but you're also involved in the community.
Yes.
And it's my understanding that you are the president of the Lions Club.
I
right now.
am, just got inducted the end of June, so yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you
on
very
that.
much. Thank
So
you.
tell us more about the Orrville Lions Club and,
Yes.
and what makes that special.
Orrville Lions, I took a special interest in it because when I was younger, I had lazy eye, and it didn't get caught till I had started kindergarten.
Okay.
And then you have to wear the patch and the glasses, and you're in school, and kids can be mean. So I like that one of our main focuses that we do is vision screenings for preschools. So that way they're being screened before they even make it to school, so
Right.
they can go to the doctor and see if they need any corrections done at the time. As a matter of fact, my own daughter, because I'm in Lions and I knew all this ahead of time, I caught her at 9 months old, her having a lazy eye, and we had surgery already, and she's starting kindergarten this year, and nobody's ever going to even know that she had it. So it's nice
Early
to
detection,
yes,
be able to fix those things.
and
early.
not having that child feel, if someone doesn't know that you can't see, and that's why you're not being able to do the learning they're expecting,
Right.
they're just putting you in this, oh, that's a problem child or disciplinary problem, or and here it could be they just can't see.
And
So
that's so important
yeah.
to be able to do.
Yes, so it's nice, and we have caught a couple that parents have said, thank you so much, we didn't know, and they have gotten glasses and they're doing better, so it has helped.
So, but that's a wonderful service that you provide to the community. So, and I know Orrville Lions locally is helping to support a number of different local causes.
Yes.
What are some of those that?
We do support several of the United Way programs, Sweet Dreams, Happy Feet. I'm sure there's other programs, I can't think of the names. And then Salvation Army, we do several different programs with them for the like the backpacks, where they send them home with that for food over the weekend. We do other things through Salvation Army. We help a couple churches with food. The Friendship Meals is one of them, and then the Augsburg Lutheran Church does the Sack Lunch program on Tuesdays, so we do help with that. And there's a ton more that I could say.
You're involved with connecting the
Yes.
dots for helping a lot of community organizations be able to fulfill their mission and to do the things that they want to need to do. So in order for the Lions Club to help with that, you need a fundraiser to help to raise money so that you can assist and support these good causes. And that would be?
Our annual Lions Club Ribbon Music Fest.
So, and that has become a wonderful addition to Orrville's summer entertainment.
Yes.
And I know that the Lions have been working with that program for the last 4 years. So what is, why do you feel that that's a good program for the Lions Club?
I feel that it's good not only because we can raise enough in one event to do all the things we do throughout the whole year, but also it brings a free event to the community for them to enjoy. They can come eat if they want to, or they can come just watch music and really spend no money if they choose to do that. It has good activities for the kids on Saturday, and the car show goes towards scholarships for the high school students for the upcoming year. So everything it's just really nice for the community to see. You can bring people together several times. We've had class reunions.
Sure.
Use that as their class reunion.
Yeah.
So it brings people together, and it's just really nice that we can do that, and in turn also be earning the money we need to further help the community down throughout the year.
Right. So over those past 4 years, there's been changes and adjustments, as there always are in large events. What are some new things that are in place this year?
New things this year, we have added a local company to help manage event management so that they can do more of the logistical behind the scenes legwork and contracts and things like that, to take a little bit of that off of our plate so that we can concentrate on more on service projects.
Right.
So.
Things that they are experts in.
Yes, exactly.
That as a volunteer, you're not necessarily an expert in.
And we are a small club. We have 24 members, so that's a lot for that small amount of people to put on that big event. That's a lot of work. I mean, we start working on next year's Rib Fest the month after this one ends, so yeah, it takes all year to get ready for it.
So, well, we certainly appreciate all that Lions has done to bring that event to our community. So you have lived in Orrville for a period of time now.
Yes.
But having some other experiences living in other locations, how does Orrville contrast to some of your other experiences?
I love Orrville. I love the community. I mean, you really know that there's a community connection. Like, people in this community work together to make things happen. And you can tell, I mean, even just simple things like the baskets. And, just people notice when they're driving through things like that, and they say, wow, that's so nice, and that you have these baskets, and that wouldn't happen if it wasn't for the community. Just all the help that's out there for anyone that needs it. Orrville pretty much can provide it for them. It's just great, and being involved myself, I know that we do a lot, and there's lots of other places that do a lot as well, and it's just a great family-friendly place to live, and I have 2 small children, and it's just, I love being able to bring them up here and have them live in a town like that.
So tell me a little bit about your children.
Yes, I have a 5-year-old starting kindergarten this year. Mommy's a little like, oh my gosh. But yes, she'll be starting Orrville in a couple weeks. And then I have a 3-year-old. And they're just the light of my life. And I just can't wait to see her blossom and how she does in school. And
so Melissa, your work with a community bank and the difference between your past with a large bank and the change to the community bank, what kind of impact does that make in the community, do you think?
I think it makes a big impact. We have been seeing a lot of people come in and, you know, with all these different mergers occurring and banks just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, they're just feeling they're just a number. And even if they do know the tellers that are still at that location, they can't make those same decisions that they may have been able to, because they're almost like another number themselves as an employee. It's just really nice to have that reach to the executive board, or, you know, I could just send an email to the president and say, hey, this is what I think, and they'll actually email you back, and, you know, there'll be that dialogue
about the customer.
And it's, you know, they do make exceptions. They'll say, okay, you've laid out why, and we'll back you on it, and we'll go ahead and make that exception and sign off on it. So they do allow us to have our own voice for our customers, because they know that we know our customers so well, even when it comes to things like fraud, for example, because that is a huge thing right now. Had a situation, customer, know them well, and there was just a mix-up, but if this would have been a big bank, they would have just said, oh, we're freezing the account and we don't care, it looks like this and that's how it is. But I was able to discuss that, okay, well, this person's daughter watches my child and they're neighbors of my other teller, and we know them personally, and we know that this isn't the situation, and you know, so they take us into consideration when they make their decisions, and know that we can also make a decision.
So it's that power of the relationship, and just having that connection in a small town. But certainly, you know, you are well represented across all of Eastern Wayne County.
And we all try and do things within the community. That's a big thing for us, to be involved. You know, they really push that we are involved in some kind of a group or a program, or giving back, you know, doing things. We have to report that's every month what we've done, how many hours, you know, so they really do want you to be in the community. That's a big thing to them.
So Farmers National Bank is also involved with some community projects. They're supporting the Heart Walk.
The president of the bank's son, who is, I think, 5 or younger, he had a heart condition, and that is a very, you know,
personal.
In his heart, yes. And they have a video out about talking about what he had and everything and what they went through. But we also do at the bank have right now where we're selling hearts to try and raise money for the American Heart Association. So that's something dear to his heart, and that we've done for the past couple years since we've been with farmers, to try and raise funds. We'll have like dress down days, and we'll put money in to dress down, and then that goes towards the donation to the American Heart Association. So yes, they like to give back, for sure.
Well, that's another good way for the bank to support the community and for the customers to have that personal interaction.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Melissa, so much for coming and talking with us today. And thank you for all you do for making Orrville work.
Thank you very much, Lily.